In this video, we are going to look at how to set up our Google Classroom accounts for each of our students. So let's dive right into it. If you notice here, History 10 World History, I should say, we're going to have a landing screen like this. Now, your screen probably doesn't have these three items right here because I've set a couple items up just as a reference and as an example for this video. But the first thing you do once you get to this location is to make sure that all your students are loaded into your class. Okay, so you can see you as the teacher and all of your students. Now make sure that all your students are in there. If you find a student that is not in there, you can go about adding them one of two different ways. One, you click invite students and then type in their email, or you could have them pull up their Google Classrooms and plug in this class code, and you could and then what that'll do is they will automatically get added to Google Classroom. Now, this page right here is a great way to communicate with your students. So for instance, I want to share with my students after the first day of class, I want to say, hey, thanks for a great first day. Post, and it goes to all my students, and it's just a quick little blurb. This is a great way just to remind them, hey, you've got a test, hey, you've got a quiz, hey, I appreciate all the work you guys did in class today. Great work. Okay, now where you will be placing your content for your class is here. Okay, and your screen will not have any of these items here. Okay, so for instance, your screen is just going to look blank. Mine has a couple dates already loaded. So let me show you how the best way, in my opinion, and you could go about doing this in a couple different ways to show your students the material is going to be in the following way. Okay, I'm going to go to create. Now I could just throw in a whole bunch of random assignments, material, but that's going to get bogged down within a couple weeks. Okay, so what I want you to do is go to topic. Okay, click topic, and I found that the best way to categorize your class material is by date of that week. Okay, some of you have probably had college classes and they've done this where they post the dates so that you can always go back and say, oh, okay, that's the professor says, hey, it was on the first week of September that assignment was due. Don't see it from you. Could you go back and make sure you've submitted it? Okay, now you have a reference point to give students as to where and what assignment they need to get done. Okay, so you're going to create a topic. I would encourage you to do it by dates. Now, you could do it the most recent at the top. I kind of prefer to have them in descending order. Okay, so the oldest first and the newest last. It's up to you how you do that, but I do encourage you to do the dates. Now, you note that I have the first week of school here, and I have a little title here. Now I've just put intro because most likely the whole first week is going to be a syllabus. It's going to be introductory notes and material about your class for that year. Now hopefully it's not going to be the whole entire week of just going through the syllabus, getting to know the students. That should be a part of it. But when you have the material, you're going to post that in there as well. And so you'll note I've got my Unit 1 notes here. Now, this is a little messy as well because in my mind, I think of it as I want to see what got posted first. So I can click and drag these wherever I want them to be at. So now I've got my syllabus. I was probably given the first day. As soon as we hit notes that first week, I've got those posted so students can reference those. Hopefully they're also taking in-class notes as well because that is an important learning tool for them. Okay, and then you see I've got a homework assignment. Now, let's click the syllabus here. This is an old syllabus I've got, but notice I have it posted here so a student could click here and pull it up. Now note, this is 7th grade history. We're talking about History 10. I just put a document in here just for example. Okay, so with that being said, you can add items in here, but that's going to be I'll show you how to do that here in another video. Okay, I also have my Unit 1 notes. Okay, and once again, not related to History 10, but you can see that it just pulls everything up. Now this is a PowerPoint. Notice it's not actually a Google presentation. Okay, And so you can get different types of files in here. It doesn't have to be all on the Google platform. It's sometimes helpful to have it all on the Google platform, but if you already have materials, please don't remake things, okay? And now here you see I've got homework, okay? You can see that out of my 15 assigned assignments, 0 I've turned it in so far. So that's kind of nice. I can see who's assigning or who's turning it in at what points times, and you see the homework assignment here. Okay, so directions, go back through 3 generations, create a family tree. You could even post a rubric in there. That'd be very important for students to know how you're grading them and what points will be assigned to what component. Okay, and I'll show you how to add those specific assignments in another video. Now, one last thing I'll show you is that this is pretty cool because you see the due date of August 21st at midnight, right before midnight. Now, if I go to my Google Calendar here and click this, what it'll do is it'll pull up my Google Calendar. And if I click August 21st, you'll note that assignment has actually been posted to my calendar. Not just to my calendar because it's purple, it is also to my History 10 class calendar. Okay, so now this is acting as the student's planner whenever I put a date to an assignment. Now it's going to be a separate video that I talk about how to create assignments, but just to help you out, you know, the component here is that how to set up, the goal for this video is to how to set up your Google Classroom. And you see that I've got my topic, so don't forget start by first creating a topic and then adding an assignment, adding the materials, adding a quiz potentially in there. Now, once you have those items, it's really nice because if you teach 2 10th grade math classes, you can reuse a post. All I have to do is click reuse post and select what you're select which class you're going to pull from. This assignment, I click Unit 1 Notes, and I'm going to reuse that in my class topic. Okay, so you don't always have to add new files if it's been located under a previous class. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, all right, that ends how to set up Google Classroom. Remember, put those dates in there and make it aligned to how the week went.